And now, the news.
Hello, New Vision. There's lots of focus on our teens. They have great plans for the summer, and Mark Wyatt is taking us inside the NBA. Stay tuned. It's all up next on NVIM News. Emails are starting to come in for our upcoming graduation special, where we'll feature New Vision members who are part of the class of 2011. Up until the end of June, you can send an email to nvimnews@yahoo.com letting us know where you graduated from and where you're going next. You can also include any special awards or recognition you received, and be sure to include that photo. The email address again is nvimnews@yahoo.com, and if you have any questions, you can see me or send an email to NVIM News. The presentation staff is currently looking for dedicated individuals who have an interest in learning about graphics and presentation software like Easy Worship, Keynotes for Mac, Photoshop, Fireworks, Google Docs, and much more. If you have a knack for graphics and a background in technology, please see Marcus 69 Robinson or Lisa Edwards in the sound booth before or after service. Our Out-the-Box teens are part of the Youth Health Service Corps, where they learn about health issues in the community, leadership, and how to create a service learning project. Their end-of-the-year award ceremony and reception will be this Thursday, June 16th at the University of Bridgeport. They'll be honored with presidential and special recognition awards and a reception including food and fun activities, and you're invited to join the celebration of our teens and other area high school students who care enough about the community to be a part of the solution. 200 people, including students, parents, friends, and faculty will be in attendance. There's a need for volunteers to assist with providing food, beverages, paper products, setup, breakdown, and with serving. And our in-house program coordinator, Marcella Lawson, is coordinating the effort. You can see Marcella or Anita Jones at the information booth if you'd like to volunteer, make a donation, or RSVP to attend the event. The event date again is Thursday, June 16th. It starts at 6 p.m. Teens, if you didn't get involved with this past wave of Youth Health Service Corps activity, it's not too late. All teens are welcome. On Fridays, teens will be meeting here at 8 p.m. and walking over to the University of Bridgeport Student Center. Go have fun, learn, and receive the training you need to make a positive difference in your community. Plus, it's a great resume builder. Parents will be required to complete a few forms. You can see Marcella Lawson for the full schedule. Johns Hopkins University is offering an engineering innovation program for high school students. Students will engage in hands-on activities for engineering and science. The program is an all-expense-paid program for students who can establish financial need. It'll be held at the University of Baltimore campus July 5th through July 29th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. each day. The contact for this program is Professor Cecilia Brown. You can give her a call at 410-837-5004 or email cwrightbrown@ubalt.edu for more details about the program and to apply. Save the date, everyone, and get your team ready to claim a block. New Vision is preparing for this year's Community Cleanup Day. It'll be Saturday, July 23rd. We'll have more details for you in the coming weeks. Which NBA team have you been rooting for? The Dallas Mavericks or Miami Heat? Mark has the latest on this week's NBA Final games. It's all up next on today's Sports Spectacular.
Stay tuned for sports.
Good afternoon, sports fans. I'm Mark Wyatt, and you're watching the NVIM Sports Spectacular. Well, folks, games 3, 4, and 5 between the Heat and the Mavs have come and gone. So let's talk basketball, shall we? First up and back in Dallas, where the Miami Heat, coming off a devastating loss in Game 2, were out for a little revenge. However, finding themselves in a similar situation, blowing a 14-point lead late in the fourth quarter, Nowitzki bested his Game 2 performance with 12 straight points down the stretch, tying the game at 86. However, then it all went south as Nowitzki turned the ball over. Chris Bosh hits the go-ahead jumper with 39 seconds left on the clock. Dirk comes up short on the fadeaway jumper, and the Heat retake home court advantage. Final score, Heat 88, Mavs 86. Moving right along to Game 4, also in Dallas, and the third straight down-to-the-wire thriller with 15 ties, 12 lead changes, and once again, Dirk Nowitzki would play a part in the outcome. In Game 2, he drives past Bosh for the game winner. In Game 3, he misses the fadeaway jumper in the loss. And in this game, he beats Haslam and D. Wade to the rim. Nowitzki fought through a 101-degree temperature to score 10 of his 21 points in the final quarter. Terry added 17 points, 8 of them in the fourth quarter, and Chandler finished with 13 points and 16 boards as the Mavs fought back from 9 points down to even the series. Final score, Dallas 86, Miami 83. Once again, D-Wade played well with 32 points. Bosh added 24. However, James seemed to shy away from the ball in the final quarter again, finishing with just 8 points. And this is who Scottie Pippen says is better than Michael Jordan? I'd like to know what Pippen's on, because Jordan never shied away from the ball or disappeared in the big game. And James has done it 2 years in a row. Sounds like a lack of heart. But let's get to Game 5. Just prior to the game in the tunnel, D-Wade and James appeared to be mocking Dirk Nowitzki's illness by coughing and laughing. Well, God don't like ugly, so let's just see what happened. First, James came out swinging, scoring 9 in the first half, and finishing with 17 points, 10 boards, and 10 assists. D-Wade went down early with a hip injury, but later returned and finished with 23 points. Bosh added 19. However, it was simply not enough, as the Mavs put on a shooting clinic, hitting 13 three-pointers and taking a 3-2 series lead. And Dallas's big three are taking their talents to South Beach. Final score, Mavs 112, Heat 103. As the Heat face elimination and LeBron once again manages to disappear down the stretch, here's a couple of nice quotes. The first one found on Twitter, and I quote, "If you ask LeBron for $1, you only get 75 cents. He just can't give you that fourth quarter." And my personal favorite from the movie The Replacements, "Winners always want the ball when the game's on the line." Well, folks, will he choke or will he step up? We'll have to wait and see. I'm Mark Wyatt for NBIM Sports. Now back to you, Starlet.
Thank you, Mark. Well, folks, there you have it. And the Mavericks and the Heat face off again tonight in Miami. Tune in at 8 p.m. Parents with teens, the Out the Box Teen Ministry team would like to meet with you today, right after service. They're sharing important details regarding the teen ministry and their involvement with the Youth Health Service Corps. If you have any questions, please see Marcella Lawson. That's our news for now. We hope you'll join us for worship service throughout the week on Tuesday nights at 7:30 p.m., Friday nights at 8 p.m., and Sunday mornings at 9:30 a.m. I'm Starlet Coleman for NBIM News, where we deliver proof of kingdom building.
The word must be our proof. It's content in whatever state it finds itself. I'd rather walk like a blind man listening to the words of the Lord. When you got Jesus, whenever God initiates something, God will make it come to pass. If I walked according to what we see, New Vision would not be. For the planet and life, thank you, Jesus.
But this is what he said.
That's why we worship. That's why we praise. But thank you for saving me.
Where we deliver proof of kingdom building.
Who can declare all his praise?
Shut your mouth, your kingdom come. Check this phrase. I got a praise, it changes everything. Enemy got back. Shut your mouth, your